Let's recap a bit, shall we? was meant to be a new start, really. The perfect world.
Hello, I'm the zombie prince, dear old Ambrose, resurrected for another
unknown universe.
I figured I wanted to actually, you know, do a little bit of actual, like, fun stuff in zombies. You know, no 20-round challenge, no Easter egg challenge, nothing like that. Just finally, you know, go back to playing zombies just for fun. I missed it. I really have.
Now, I can understand your initial shock coming face to face with Maxis, especially after so long. But you did the right thing. You followed the plan. You brought the summoning key here, and you destroyed that bloody machine once and for all.
Hang up. Am I Richtofen? I think I might be. I'm Richtofen! My favorite character, let's go! Up there's the Apothecon Elder, eating the Pack-a-Punch machine. I love this map.
What have I done? Please, stop it.
Check audio levels. Okay, there we go. That's where I can actually hear the game. Right, thank you. There it goes. Yeah, I'm just gonna start off by trying to get no kills on this this corruption engine. So just in case it's a challenge. I mean, it's not like I'm not trying to complete the map. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. To hurt me, all CCS? Oh no, the Richtofen's going to go crazy. The Richtofen fan in me. I love Richtofen. Richtofen is my favorite character in this entire series. Well, other than Samantha, but I love Samantha because her story is amazing. I love Richtofen because he's nuts. He's just completely insane. And now, while I'm not going to be going for, you know, Easter egg or challenge or anything, I do kind of want to open up this map a lot. Like, as early as possible. I am going to be doing the 8 shots in the leg thing. That's 210 points per zombie. I'm 6 zombies on round 1, that's... and 1,260 points? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, I guess I got more points out of that. The effectiveness speaks volume.
Where is he?
There is Dr. Monty.
He will help us, just as Max has promised.
What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Fox? Fox in... the Eisendrach. Well, I guess I'll head over to the Eisendrach. Ooh! Insta-kill.
I am ready to make the first incision.
Really wish there was a zombie counter. Yeah, it is weird jumping back to Black Ops 3 after getting relatively used to Cold War this last month and a half. You know, with all the HUD elements from Cold War that it's just not here in Black Ops 3. And I know it's a bit of a bad idea to be talking about, you know, the HUD in zombies, especially, you know, given current atmosphere, I guess? And reception of Black Ops 6's zombies, you know, HUD.
Nostalgia. It
Really isn't what
it used to be.
Okay, so it's on... I was thinking about this quote the other night. I think I brought it up. Apparently this is on, Shangri-La. You know, honestly, it should have been patently obvious that we were getting, you know, Zombie Chronicles from this map just alone. I know my sweet Paradolia.
I'd really prefer not to
Finger
linger
around.
here, unless it's absolutely necessary.
I think I want to try for at least the Keeper hat. If I can get the Keeper hat, I think I'll be pretty happy. That way I can at least get, you know, purple jug. Purple. What the heck is that? What? Why have I never noticed that? That's weird. I don't think that's there in the actual Der Eisendrache. Der Eisendrache. Gobblegum. Sure, why not? I'll hit a gobblegum. Purple, so it's good.
I remember nearly choking on one of these. It is not a memory I want to relive.
Yeah, messed up that quote. I can't even act like that was, you know, good. Oh, you know. Really? You're doing this? I gotta admit, I love this little alcove for the box. This is actually really a nice little set piece. And if I had gotten the Apothicon servant first try, I would have flipped out.
Today, I'm kind of on the fence.
Like, I love the atmosphere of Revelation. Like, I love how it's just, you know, in the lore of this map, it is quite literally, you know, a fight for basically the end of the world.
I'm so close. We can still
And it's,
disaster.
I love it!
Set things right. The blood vials will protect me.
You've gotta be kidding me. I missed. Try that again. That was a failure and a half too. Ow! Wasn't any zombie there. Dust.
I know we had our differences, but I am a little sad I had to kill.
Whoop. Yeah, the only time I don't feel safe is when I have to reload. And I know I have 2 in-plane sights that I can use, but... Oh no, that's just inward. I think I want to hit the box again. Ah, I wasn't being careful. Come on, box. Rip mines?
Some teensy little explosives flying on the ground. Don't wear your best boots.
Don't wear your best boot. I love Richtofen. You are completely insane. And honestly, that is a character trait that I can respect. I have always loved Richtofen. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't help that I'm a bit biased because I just absolutely adore Nolan North, his voice actor.
I know what this is. It's the thing.
Was the thing? I say that so much. Ah! I'm realizing that a lot of my speech patterns and a lot of my colloquialisms, one word, colloquialism. I'm realizing that a lot of them come from, you know, adopting and what am I trying to say? And really, what in the heck am I trying to say? Adopting and changing, I guess? Is that the word? I'm actually not altering. Adopting and altering, that's it. Zombies quotes. Which I think is funny because, I mean, like... What? Oh.
These
I thought the
pockets are
rock
so
was...
full. I expect my pants will just fall down at some point.
What was with the little giggle there, Richtofen? I'm not comfortable with that. That little giggle was... something. Alright, I heard the other zombie, but I can't exactly hear him. My audio is all messed up right now. Which I'm not entirely certain as to why. This... What's going on? Huh. headset's like super quiet. Wait a minute, am I beating something up? Okay, that's what it was. It was on normal, and that wasn't on surround sound. My headset. Think about the terrible things that... Yeah! It's not... I love that you can still hear the... Okay, this is gonna sound psychotic, but I love that you can still hear the ambient screams from Verrucht. And it really doesn't make sense how we didn't see Zombie Chronicles coming. I mean, so many assets were remade and remastered for this map.
I've seen this before.
Ah, that's now I picked it up.
Now my weapon's even heavier.
Oh, it feels so good to actually be hitting shots again. I do miss the hit marker. I do miss hit marker. That is the one, like, that is one of the biggest changes I think that Black Ops 4 made. I just picked up a max ammo without reloading, because I am so used to the modern mechanic of you know, not having to do that anymore. You know, that changed with Black Ops 4. Hello, zombie. Hello, keeper. Goodbye, keeper. Oh, I should probably get Jug soon. Just a thought. Okay, so what part of the Keeper altar? Oh, the Skull of Non-Sapway. There it is. Look at that.
Keeps this safe. It may hold secrets. I can always use a few of those.
Can't we just use... Shouldn't we just be able to use the Skull of Non-Sapway? I mean, it's not like it wasn't a weapon. You know, speaking of the Skull of Non-Sapway, I recently heard that, that the Skull of Non-Sapway, and potentially even the Gauntlet of Siegfried, that's actually true, were supposed to be on this map, along with the Ragnarok. Our coffin's ready. Which, I mean, this map already gives so much overpowered stuff. Like, your kit in this map can be just ridiculously overpowered. Attack. Nothing to do with me. I promise you that. Really? Oh, no, I'm good. Luckily, I was only 100 points away.
This concoction leaves my senses a little afraid.
Where are, rather, the parasite? Ah, there's one. There's another. Und another. Do you only just spawn here? Is that what I'm supposed to be taking away from? Oh, no, you spawn behind me. Hello, little parasite. The goop off of my uniform. Wunderbar. You know, under certain circumstances, that could prove quite lewd. Hi, Darby. But yeah, oh, yeah, you can be so overpowered with this map. And that's honestly one of the reasons I love it, but I understand why people don't particularly like it. I went through the wrong portal. I was supposed to take Verrucht, but instead I took the Eisendrach. Like with the pack-a-punched Apothicon Servant, with the Thunder Gun that you can get, the Little Arnies, and the Ragnaroks too. Especially here in Verrucht, being like one of the best camping spots in the entire series, if not straight up the best. With the Apothicon Servant, just like basically, let me get in position for it. Yeah, basically just sit in this corner and shoot the Apothicon Servant right there, and it will kill every zombie, because these two barriers were pretty much the only things active. And there's supposed to be a spawn there, but I've never gotten it to fire. And in the past, I've camped in this room with the Apothicon Servant with the Thunder Gun, and managed to get to round 145.
together.
I mean, granted, I did eventually, you know, start running out of ammo in the Apothicon servant. And even Alchemical Antithesis was not helping at that point, because there were just so many zombies that I ended up having to go over there and buy the KN-44 off of the wall and go pack-a-punch it for Deadwire. Deadwire? Yes, Deadwire. I keep forgetting, because in Black Ops 4 it was called Kilowatt, something stupid like that, and I didn't like that. Even as a Black Ops 4 defender, it should have just been called Deadwire. Wow, my aim is sucking tonight. Goodness. Pretty on point for, like, the parasites, though, so... Mob of the Dead. I love this map. Not my favorite. My favorite has always been Origins, and probably always will. But I love Mob of the Dead. It's quite fun. It's a very easy map if you're playing solo. But then I remember, it wasn't really me. Did I not? Okay, I guess I didn't activate that. The Shadow Man, everybody. Your suffering will become legend. Oi! What are you doing to me? You know, I don't think it's ever explained what the Apothicon Furies actually are. Like, even from a lore perspective. Well, especially from a lore perspective. What is that? Max ammo? At least I remember to reload this time. No little zombies, yeah. Oh, zombie. One bit of scaffolding or walkway or whatever the heck is very annoyingly placed. Like, it cuts off your jump slides. Oh, I'm gonna be so sad playing Black Ops 6 though. I played the beta, and it is so weird not being able to slide jump like this, and just like being able to do the infinite slide. Oh, it's so annoying.
Really, they were more like visions. Starting with the one where Masters
Beg
to
you.
remove his brain.
Double tap? I could... I could hit the box. I would definitely want to go get Quick Revive. Because I don't want to just, you know, die. I'll try my hand at the Wunderfizz machine. Dragon Head for the shield.
I will hold on to this. Why? It feels good. That's why.
Good. That's why. Dang it, Richtofen, I thought we were done with this. Keeper flag is there. Could it potentially be up here on the Origins Mound? Speaking of favorite maps, Origins, absolutely. Hands down, favorite map of all time. There's so much to do in that map. Oh, it's crazy. And supposedly this was thought to be like a bit of buried in here, which, I mean, to a degree I can kind of see it. I think there's supposed to be like there was supposedly like a sign that was like Bone Mine Gulch or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen the sign, and I don't exactly know where it's supposed to be. Here's the Keeper flag. What are the odds of that? That's actually really funny. Okay, so the two perks that I definitely want are Quick Revive and Widow's Wine. So I need to go to the house, and I need to go to Kino der Toten. Fine. Boring. Richtofen, everybody. Okay, Quick Revive. Is it best to go through Knockdown on Toten or Death Machine? Hey, why not? I'll take it. Actually, I think I will go hit the box a couple of times. Wait, somebody touched me? No? I'm going crazy? A little bit. Oi! Oh boy, rumble features making my hands numb as always. It could be a good idea to try and get... Ah! And the 48 dredge. Not very good of a weapon, but I can use it. Oh, the dingo. Now this is a weapon. A very beautiful weapon. Stupid teddy bear. Why must I always be insulted by your teddy bear? I'm not angry at you, Bob. I'm very angry. Guess this gives me a good time to go and... What the heck? Okay, that was weird. That was so strangely timed. Like, that was perfect. Okay. Stamina up or speed cola? What the heck is the mystery box? Oh, it's a Mob of the Dead. Really? How did I just get so turned around? Good mess.
Many have tried, none have succeeded, except me.
That line goes hard. That's such a cool line, Richtofen. No. Why did they give Nolan North all the coolest lines? I mean, I guess it's because Richtofen is probably the most widely accepted fan favorite. In my group, it's always... I've always loved Richtofen. My friend Beach that I had on a few weeks ago has always loved Dempsey. And another friend of mine has always loved Nikolai. Really, guys? Really? You're trying to crowd me, and I don't like it. Why? Really? That is exceptionally rude. I'm gonna have to turn off controller rumble.
I hope these don't imply a sadistic side, Dr. Monty.
Not that I'm, judging or anything. Oi! What you doing? Ooh! Them. Eh? There's a Margwa? Why is there a Margwa? No, we're not about to deal with a Margwa. Thank you, Shadow Man, but no, not today. Shadow Man, take it. Oh my gosh, it's a Void Margwa? We have a Void Margwa. Yeah, no, thank you. That's, not great. And I know I have the Dragon Shield, the Guard of Fafnir. But,
Did I not tell you I renounced my Hippocratic oath?
oh, wait. Awesome. Dead now! Discount lobotomy. Is that a fire sale? Eh? Hi, Kiki! Oh, don't do that! Yeah. Little Arnie's, I'll take those.
It's so adorable, I could just squeal.
Ah! Oh no, that is not good. What did you give me, Bob? Oh, it's the haymaker.
Dissections are my specialty. Allow me to demonstrate.
Allow me to demonstrate! Come on, Margwa. I didn't actually mean. Run at me. Just want to blow your heads off. Out of wood, out of any. Ooh. Yay! Margwa killed. Ow! Little skull is annoying.
Shall be very busy this evening.
I got an insta-kill and a death machine. It's the same power-up.
I have been
Watching. I have seen each and every one
of your misdeeds.
I know.
I know who you are. But
Question.
remain.
Why do you do the
Things you do. What is
Here's
it
the-
that you hope to
me?
achieve?
Do you not
Do not see
the futility of your tiny, insignificant existence? You are but fragments of a bigger universe. I love the Shadow Man's quotes. Like he absolutely is coming off, you know, much more evil in Revelations, because I mean, in Shadows of Evil you already learn his true identity. But like in Shadows of Evil, he really comes off as, you know, still absolutely not trustworthy, but also kind of, you know, enticing is probably not the right word, but like, you know, a very cut a deal with me. Yeah, it's really pretty. The idea of this map is that a bunch of different places from different time periods and universes have kind of been like squished together.
They haven't always been particularly
And
fond of me.
you know, they're kind of mashed together against like the natural flow of things. And if I were trying to do the Easter egg, I would actually be fighting what is essentially the devil. The Shadow Man is his name. The one that talks like this. With the enticing, you know, make a deal with me. But I'm just playing for fun right now. I don't really have like any challenge or anything. I just wanted to, you know, actually relax from having a challenge or having an Easter egg run and just, you know, go for a little while, play the game for as long as I want, as long as I can. You know, you're not far off, honestly. The power of friendship, a giant tentacle monster, and a gun made that shoots compressed air. One of these things is a lot more powerful than the other. It's the squid monster. Squid monster shoots a black hole. If I can get that, I'm absolutely going to use it. But this map is probably the most overpowered we've ever been in zombies. Oh, the Elder Gods. The Elder Apopicons. Like, there is so much Cthulhu lore tied into zombies now. Or, well, was, at least. Like, you have, like, the Elder Gods from, like, Cthulhu Lovecraftian mythos. You have just a bunch of, like, the tentacle monsters that Cthulhu, or H.P. Lovecraft wrote about. There's such heavy inspiration. And if I can get the Apopicon Servant, you'll really see it. There's a lot of, like, eyeballs and tentacles on that thing. Get the Haymaker. I wanted the Thunder Gun, and you give me the Haymaker. Fine, I'll take it.
Makes this work. I will make this work.
Come on. A Tommy gun.
Und guts.
Probably some bone fragments.
Too.
The Vump? I don't want the Vump. I want the Apopicon Servant. Hey, you know what? I have a little Apothicon servant. Not the gun, but
Do you feel his tentacles?
a little bit of a friendly friend. Definitely don't want that. And this little guy attracts the zombies to him and just smacks him up with the tentacles. Little tentacle friend. And then he explodes. Ah, oh no! Not supposed to. Ooh, with the tentacles! It's a statement. It's 100% a statement. And I just think factually that's a statement, actually. That's not what I meant! I need speed cola or stamina. Don't know what I want, though. Beans on toast. Not great. Not a great position to be in. You know what? I'll call it my good friend Kevin. Get in here, Kevin.
I am your master. I'm joking. Please don't hurt me.
Please don't hurt me. This is my good friend Kevin. He was named that by the community, the zombies community. Guy is essentially the god zombie's equivalent to like an angel. And uses magical lightning powers. He's also definitely inspired by like Cthulhu. Like, look at the teeth and the face. Like, I love the way that the keepers look.
Keepers are on a whole other level.
The Apothicons are essentially the demons, and keepers are essentially angels. Oh, good and evil. Kind of, two sides of the same coin, even. I think in the lore it's actually stated that they're actually the same thing. Kind of mirroring... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. The Apothicon servant was that? Ah! Stupid Fury. The Fury got in my way, and it made me scared today. Not so different, you and I, Spider-Man. When the people turn on you, one day they will. I don't actually remember all the lines that Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin said in that movie. Would you shut up? Get out of here, Apothicon Furies. Uh-oh. Not good. Not good. That is not good. Oh, I've still got Kevin out. Sweet. Kevin. Kevin. Oh, Kevin left me. Yeah, shut up. You know what? You're gonna send Apothicons after me? How about I counter with an Apothicon of my own? Oh, look at that. Your little friends are attracted to the tentacle monster. Take that, devil man. I am pest control.
So, as if things weren't bad enough, I'm struggling to maintain my presence. At least he's in this boat. How are things going besides all that?
I'd love this. I think in lore this like star is made of soul energy, but I could be wrong. The COD Zombie storyline is sometimes more confusing than that of like Kingdom Hearts. Like, it is comparable. It doesn't quite match the, what the heck is going on levels of Kingdom Hearts, but sometimes it can. I mean, there's multiverses, there's time travel inside of this multiverse, there's fractures of different multiverses that are still in the same universe as one of the multiverses, but they're in a different subdimension of this universe. It's crazy. And it's all canon. And it is all canon. Like, there is not a single part of this that isn't. And it's crazy. To try and keep straight in your head. Also, I need to go trap the Apothicon. Whoa, no. Not great. Glad I have Widow's Wine. Gosh, my Tommy gun is not doing great. It's a Tommy gun. It's supposed to be amazing.
You'll never understand, will you? Even though it never ends there.
Bad for you. Yes, always has been. And you know, this all started. Oh gosh. I mean, at one point we even had to fight a dragon. At one, like in one of the Easter eggs, we had to fight a dragon in Stalingrad. Like the Battle of Stalingrad had dragons.
Oh, really? I don't think it's like
Ah! Oh no. My shield broke. Yep. I can finally be hit from behind. Shut up. I didn't say anything weird. We go get a new shield. But yeah, there were giant robots, there were dragons, there were zombies, all at the Battle of Stalingrad. In one of these universes. Fire the death ray. Look at this thing. I love how the Apothicon Elders look. Would you mind? And of course, you have to get eaten by it. Because you know, it wouldn't be a giant monster if you didn't get eaten by it at some point. And you free the Pack-a-Punch machine. Hello, Keeper.
To be honest, I really didn't like you much.
Oh yeah, here's half-digested zombies. They look a lot more rotted than their friends outside of the Apothicon Elder. Gosh, this gun is terrible right now. And it's the Dingo. It's one of the best guns in the series. Uh-oh. Okay, yep, weaponized gravity. Why not? Every slam of this does infinite damage. Like, literally described as zombie health +1. So it will always one-hit kill any just normal enemy. And those recharge over time. So I need to go to Origins, which... This one. No, that's the house. Origin. Okay. And not a lot. Oh my lord! Like the entirety of like the Illithid stuff in Baldur's Gate 3 is just so disturbing. I kind of love it, but like the opening cutscene where you get like the parasite in your eye has always messed me up. I cannot watch that. Like, anything involving, like, eyes or teeth, I can't do it. I can't. Oh, that's right, the box moved. Got the teddy bear. Which is really funny, because I've played Baldur's Gate 3, like, 5 different times now. 5 full, like, playthroughs. And I'm still learning new things about it. I have yet to do, like, a full Dark Urge playthrough. Oh, no. Which I do want to, at some point. I need to do a Dark Urge playthrough. I was thinking about potentially, like, trying to get the... at least one other person. Yeah, it is a very big game. I thought I had seen everything, and then on my 3rd playthrough, I found an area in Act 1 that I didn't even know existed. And I love it. You know, it's one of the few games where I can actually say it was proper worth the $70 price tag. Like, it has so much content, and it is so well made, too. Tentacle gun! Yay! Tentacles! Wait, no, hang on. I love this thing. I love the exposed bone, legs, whatever the heck. I love the eyes. I love the tentacles. Like, everything about this gun is cool. It also shoots black holes, so.
It's very similar to some of the things I've been playing with.
But yeah, in order to actually upgrade this gun, yes, I know I said what I said. Not being the alligator. What allegations? What allegations are there? I'm not trying to be nothing. I'm just over here trying to live my life. Apparently, I've turned into a leprechaun. Oh, the Lucky Charms. They're trying to steal me Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. I missed. Oh, no, I didn't. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? How did I hit that one? What? That is not the stone that I was trying to fuck up. It is weird not getting hit markers in zombies after being so used to it in Black Ops 4, Cold War. Well, I guess it's just 4 and Cold War. Yeah. House. Go to the house. Yeah, these blue rocks in the sky that I'm shooting with the squid gun. They actually allow me to make it a lot better. Granted, you know, the black holes, I love the way that it just, like, eats whatever the heck the ammo is. Like, an egg? Like, I don't even know what the ammo is supposed to be. Is it? Okay, it's in the island there. Oh wait, I have Widow's Wine now. I can actually knock the wolf skull down. Easy. That up there. Up. Out drops the wolf skull. This could allow me to get a hat. But it has to be anti-gravity right now for me to actually be able to get the hat. Talking to you, Dr. Monty. I think there's one more in Verrucht I need to take care of. Do I go with the wolf helmet or do I go with the keeper helmet? If I go with the wolf, I can sprint for longer without needing stamina up. If I go with the keeper, I get one more hit before I go. That one. There's one directly above this this jump pad. I need to get. Okay. There it is. Gosh, that one's hard to see. What did I do now? What? What did I do? This time I don't even know what I did. Wow, I've already reached level? Round 19. Oh, is that a Panzer Soldat? It is a Panzer! Look at my little friend. Ow! Okay, goodbye. Where the heck? The squish. No thoughts, only squish. Hey, Panzer. Oh, hello, friend. Oh, no. A stress ball. Is that why you've been trying to steal my head? Use it as a stress ball? What's the above? Oh. Schnell! Schnell! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Run away! I don't want to die today. Please stay far away from me. I don't want to be killed by your flamethrower friend. Okay, kill me. You need to die, brother. Like, there's not much I can do to help you, brother. But you do need to kind of just, you know, give up and die. Matey. Jeepers, criminy crinkle! Oh, no, what?
Edward, my dear.
How the heck did that happen? What the heck is going on? Gotta pop this gobble gum. Not even sure that classifies as show tunes. I'm pretty sure that was, you know, classical music. I forget what the actual song is, but I know that it's classical. Have to pop this other one. The fact that I went down with the Apothecon Servant and Little Arnie's, I can't even defend myself on that one. That was embarrassing. So, really am not entirely certain how I went down. I'm sorry. I thought everybody would like to be correct in life. Did I just take the wrong port? No, I didn't. Oh, what? I might call him Kevin again. Call him my good buddy Kev. Where is Kevin? Actually, I don't know where you can call him Kevin on this part of the map. In Kino der Toten or der Eisendrache. Or Shangri-La.
The theater. I readily admit that I myself have a certain flair
There
for
was the
theater.
theatre. Oh, no, not you. Why do you have to keep showing up? Stupid Panzer. Honestly, I'm so sick and tired of the Panzer soldier showing up and just trying to get a rise out of me. Oh no, the Panzer soldier was like right behind me. Now, if I could actually like hit him with the shield, like all three of the fire breath from the shield, I could probably kill him pretty quick. But it just, you know, requires me to be able to do that! I'll run. I love this area of the map just because of the wall running. Hello, friend. I knew it wouldn't kill him instantly, but it did hurt him a lot. Should go down pretty easily. Yep, he's dead. It takes 4 dragon breaths to kill him, and you only get 3 in the shield. There is another weapon that I need to actually try for. Whew.
Honestly, if you could see
Oh, I
just
got
what was going on outside your
WMD.
reception, it would
Ammo
blow
for this.
your mind.
See what we got.
That's the main
Ooh,
reason
anywhere but
I
here.
kept it back.
Take it.
If I were to give you an
Alright. I describe it like this.
when
A duck swims on the water. We only see it glide, apparently, effortlessly.
across the lake.
What? He doesn't say the rest of the quote. Do I have that turned off? Oh my gosh, I have it turned off so he didn't say the rest of the quote. The rest of that quote goes, but underneath, as in beneath the surface, he's working so hard, like he's pedaling a bicycle up a mountain. That's me right now. I am that duck. Oh, that's the helmet done. Yeah, I don't know why that was turned off. I mean, I don't particularly like the swearing and, you know, turning graphic content off basically eradicates that from the game, so maybe that's why I turned it off. But, like, it nerfs some of the best quotes, like the I am that duck. Like Doom or something. See, this is what I like about COD Zombie. It is not COD. Like, it is, in my head, you have COD, which is the normal, like, multiplayer and campaign stuff. And then you have this other side series called COD Zombies, which is just this. Completely numb. Nein, das nicht. Okay. And I just love the atmosphere here, because it is, like I said earlier, all of these locations on this particular map are from older maps, older settings for the game. Not what I meant to do, but it worked. I'm gonna actually go shove this in the Pack-a-Punch machine. But yeah, they're all settings from the older games, but they've been changed ever so slightly, so it's like, it's familiar, but it's not. And I love this map for it. I mean, especially, you know, you get to do stuff like this. Yeah, giant disintegration laser. Powered by the screams of the doomed. Doom laser! My favorite. Okay, go into the Apothicon Elder and Pack-a-Punch my Apothicon servant. Yeah, I think if you had told somebody years ago that, you know, back in 2008 when this series really started, I feel like if you told them, oh yeah, we're gonna have, you know, like a giant Cthulhu monster. Yeah, I got the worst camo.
I knew I had to try to save them.
Before, wow. Oh gosh, I've never thought about it like that. Oh no. Just popping right in there. Yep. Yep. Now that you've said that, I don't like this. Get out of here, parasite. I actually have no idea where the box is. The house. Where is the box? I think it's over there. It could be in... Oh, it's in Varuk. Right. Got the Apothicon... Oh, right, I need to go get the shield. Not even on my level. The writer's barely disguised. Oh, no! Not that. I mean, maybe? To be fair, I mean, one of Richthofen's quotes, if I was to throw out the little tentacle monster that I control from the little jar that he's in, I was to throw that out. Richthofen can say, do you feel his tentacles? Are they warm? Just like that, and it's like, come on, that is 100% thinly veiled at best. Straight up not veiled at all at worst. Not good. A discount lobotomies. What is happening right now? Look, I'm not even lying, see? It's a tentacle monster in a jar. Uh-oh. See, look! He was in that little jar! Like the Deku Princess in Majora's Mask. Doesn't make any sense, but... he's there. I get... Speed Cola. Speed Cola speeds up your life. Name him? Well, his name is Little Arnie, so his name is Arnie already.
Let's get this over with, shall we? Not too quickly. I still want you to suffer.
Let's get this over quickly. Not too quickly. I still want you to suffer. Often, fans are just completely insane. The ray gun? You know what? I'll take the ray gun. Actually, okay, apparently I'm not gonna take the ray gun. Yes! Bit rate! Let's go! The bit rate? What's that? Shut up, Richthofen. Do you mind, zombies? I don't know what's going on with him. Honestly, really don't. Oh, there's the gore. I was wondering why the zombie's head went popping off.
Why else would you take such effort?
I should ask him. I should ask Damien if he is ever coming back. Is an LMG, but I've already got the best LMG in the series.
That explosion is very bright. Makes my eyes tingle.
You know, my favorite weapon in this entire series isn't even on this map. My favorite weapon is called the L4 Siege. It is a 4-barrel, semi-automatic rocket launcher that fires as fast as you can pull the trigger. Thing is busted. And the best part about it is, with most rocket launchers, much every rocket launcher in this series, you know, in order to shoot it, you have to aim in and then pull the trigger. No, with the L4 Siege, you can hip fire it. You go like, pew, 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 with the rockets, and it is nuts. I love it. Or the poking, or the clawing. Do you mind, Apothecon Fury? Not to be confused with an Apothecon Fury. Don't add the extra R. That changes things. Just a little.
For you, it'll be much
Soda! Definitely want to try to get that death machine. Going to end well. Fine, I'll use one of my black holes. Black hole gun, won't you come? I wash away the rain. Well, wash away the zombies, I guess. Ooh! Right there! Time for a fire sale! Ah!
Okay. I think I've found a way to talk to you. Given all the shit hitting the fan, there's not much I can do other than give you a bit of encouragement. How about I give you some facts? Little ones. Quick ones.
Well, can we have multi-type? Like, can we multi-type our team? Because I have 2 Pokemon types that I can think of. Like, my first thought is my 2 favorite Pokemon of all time, which are Relicanth and Chandelure. I love Relicanth and I love Chandelure, but Relicanth is my absolute favorite. Ghost Rock for me. Ghost Rock. No. Okay. I think
You look so hungry. There's really not enough.
enough for me to go around. Can I get? There is a way to get a 5th perk. In this game, you're only allowed 4 perks just base. There is a way to get a 5th perk on this map, but don't particularly know if I want to take it.
On gas. Lots of it.
I need to take a drink. He rocks. Yes. Pretty much, yeah. Sounds lame. No. I mean, they're usually like the fossil Pokemon are rock type. I think that's the coolest. Like the long dead Pokemon, you know, revive, still kind of bearing the rock type. Paper type? That's not a real type. mess with me, I'll pull out the VTuber type Pokemon. VTuber type Pokemon. It's either the saddest.
Dr. Monty, I'm ready for more ammo.
Oh, why haven't I gotten a max ammo in a while? There's no buying ammo in this game for anything but a wall weapon. Oh. Trying to maybe get the Thunder Gun from the mystery box. Don't talk about the VTuber type. Why not? What would the VTuber type even do? It would be a great type. You could have Ghost VTuber, Rock VTuber, Bread VTuber. Why are there so many Bread VTubers? Like, it is cool. Like, I saw one of them. I knew of one Bread VTuber. And then, like, I saw, like, 15 of them. I thought it was much more. And, of course, you know, not throwing any shade. I just love that so many people wanted to be bread. As in, you know, bread as in, you know, the food. Not bread as in... Not anything, moving on. B-R-E... A-D, not B-R-E-D, okay? There's a difference. And show up? That is wild. Okay, little zombie friend. Yeah, guys. Oh, that's...
Why else would you take such effort?
Look, it's Say So Saturdays, it's fine. Evil on that. Do you mind? Little stupid zombies. Honestly. You give us a bad name, zombies.
I figured another explosion.
You know, it's not like, you know, certain VTubers don't want to be bred. That's the entire reason that LoonTubers exist. I'm digging my own grave again. Like, I'm gonna have 2 graves by the end of this. Crypt! Oh, why I sound like Tony the Tiger. The Crypt. Come on, just give me a weapon. I'll send. Why not? I mean, it's a 1 day a week where you just get to let loose. And it's fine. Stay So Saturdays are great. I don't ever intend to, you know, go like super in on it and be like straight up a LoonTuber on these, but you know, being a little bit more unhinged is healthy than keeping it all pent up inside.
No bullets. But I had so many of them. What happened?
Hang it, Ricktop. Ooh, chotomate. Chotomate. Oh no, I need to go get a shield. I also need to go get a hat. Why was that an electro? That didn't really make any sense. Go with the wolf.
Even the damned glimpse hope from time to time.
Wunderbar. Is this supposed to be Tetsubo? I see it. That's what that's supposed to be. Just a touch of Zetsubo no Shima. I will never get over how the outside areas of this map look. Like, I understand why the community gets so mad at stuff like Liberty Falls from Black Ops 6. Because this is what zombies used to look like. It used to look like this. And, I mean, I've gone on the record saying I'm not a huge fan of, like, daytime, sunshiny maps. But, like, this is so unique. And I feel like we really are quite whiny as a community. Because it does get on my nerves how set in our ways some of the members of the community are. I mean, I'm one of like the 7 people that actually like Black Ops 4, which is like one of the most hated games in the series. Granted, I always say this whenever I bring up Black Ops 4. Game on release, absolutely deserved the hate. That game should not have been released. It needed another 2 months at least to fix it. That game was virtually unplayable at times. But when they fixed it, and they fixed it right, that map was, or that game was awesome. It was the most customizable, most fun, and, well, not most fun, but most customizable zombies experience, and it had the most wacky stuff in it. There were things called death effect that you could apply to guns, and like they would have different things that would pop up. Like one of them was like a comic book inspired one that would be like every time you hit a zombie with a bullet, it would be like kapow or pow or punch or something like that. And if you got headshot kills with this stuff, you would get like special upgraded effect. I want there to be the surprise though. I'm gonna kill that thing in one knife. Really? Oh, there's keepers now too, huh? Well, meet my little friend Arnie. Arnie, do your job. Did you really think you had a chance? I don't know. Black Ops 4 was a great game, but I think no one wanted to accept the changes with it. Because it did change the way that perks work, the Perk-a-Colas. Because instead of, you know, having a bunch of different perk machines on the map, you chose 4 and you built a class similar to like an... I've always compared Black Ops 4 to an MMO. Like, you have a build that you create, and then you slowly gain access to your build over time. That you want to be a tank, you build a tanky class, you know, with the perks that you choose. And you still have to buy those perks, because there were only 4 different soda machines on the map. You still paid for them. But, you know, one of them was super upgraded, which was really fun. And, like, it allowed for so much replayability, so much customization. And nobody liked it. Nobody actually embraced the change to really my understanding at least. It was hated so much because certain perks were taken out and kind of implemented on their own, like Juggernog. The perk that gives you more health and kind of makes you harder to kill. And you get down here, I'm trying to stab you. There we go. Yeah, they took that out, but instead of having, you know, 3 hits to die, you now had 4 just base, which was basically Jug. Hello, stupid Panzer Soldat. Not killing me again. Down to you before, but I'm not doing it again. What was I saying? Oh, perks. Oh, yeah, oh, yes. They took out Speed Cola and adopted that in. If you bought all 4 of your perks, your weapons reloaded at the same speed that Speed Cola would allow you. They took out Double Tap, which I am not okay with, because Double Tap is a soda that allows your gun to shoot faster and also converts your bullets into 1 bullet into 2 bullets midair, basically quadrupling your damage per second. And that was removed and replaced by pack-a-punching your gun 5 different times for a total of 15,000 points. To get double damage, which was fine. I mean, that was the change that I was kind of the least okay with. But hello, Mr. Panzer. Blimey, what? He punched me. It punched me. That's what got me down? Seriously? Oh, I didn't like that at all. Like four perks. Double tap. Oh, yeah. We haven't actually seen double tap the Perca-Cola since this game and this game that I'm playing right now, released in 2015. So it has nearly been 10 years since the game, or since that Perca-Cola appeared. Like, it wasn't in Cold War, even though the jingle for it, the song that goes along with the sodas, every soda in COD Zombies has one. Oh, with the exception of a perk called Electric Cherry. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, with the exception of Electric Cherry, every soda has a Perca-Cola jingle, and they're all amazing. They're all so good. And, yeah, the jingle for it was in Black Ops Cold War, in the files. And so everybody was excited for it to return, and then it never did, and we were all kind of upset about that in Cold War. But the way it was implemented in Black Ops 4 was you had to quintuple pack a punch your weapon. 15,000 points total. And nobody liked that. But the reasoning behind it was, you know, those perks are stuff you always get. So, like, if you always have Jug, Speed Cola, and Double Tap, with the 4 perk limit, you're only limited to one other perk, really. So just eliminate the crutch perks, and people will actually use more, you know, of the other perks just in and of themselves. And they created so many unique perks for Black Ops 4 that allowed for, like, support builds, that allowed for tanky builds, allowed for, honestly, even DPS builds, really. You could straight up be, like, a healer. Like, you could choose to be a healer class if you built it right. Just a second. Oh, no. Okay. But yeah, nobody liked that. Nobody liked that system. And so, like, just this community, I don't get it. Oh gosh. The community clamors for change. Oh yeah, oh, we don't want the stale formula anymore, you know, we need to spice it up. And then, like, Treyarch and the other devs, which, admittedly, I don't like as much as Treyarch, but I think Treyarch, the developers of Black Ops series, nailed it with zombies. I mean, they are the grandfathers of it, so to speak. They kind of perfected it from day one. But, like, the series will innovate and change, and nobody is receptive to it. And then Treyarch will come back and overcorrect. So, like, Black Ops 4, you only had 4 perks that you could choose from. Like, you only had 4 perks on the map. And so Black Ops Cold War, they overcorrect and give you no perk limit, and you can have every perk every time. When that used to be, you know, reserved for Easter eggs or consumables in the older games. You'll get close to that before it explodes. I'll be happy. Oh, no you don't. You're not hitting me again, buddy. Hurry up and die. Why? You know what, Panzer? Get in the air. That's what I thought, loser. Oh, and you also got to choose your specialist weapon in Black Ops 4, which added more customization to your build. There were ones that were straight up DPS. There was a support weapon that would either, like, revive your teammates or heal them, depending on how it worked. There was... there was one in the Ether storyline. There were two different storylines. One of them was the Ether storyline, which is this kind of stuff. And the other was called the Chaos storyline, which was more based in mythology, and... wasn't that great. I didn't like it. But, yeah, in the Ether side, there was a weapon called the Overkill, which is essentially the death machine that I've been picking up every now and again. The little like floaty bullets that turn into the big gun. That was in Black Ops 4 as the Overkill. And the way that specialist weapons work in Black Ops 4 is the more kills you get with them, the more powerful they become, like the more they level up. The idea is that they're leveling up, getting stronger. Well, it wasn't all that on the Chaos storyline. Like, my thing that I've always loved with zombies, and, you know, I understand this is pot calling the kettle black, you know, innovation doesn't accept the innovation. It's mad at the community for it. But my thing has always been, I love it when they take, like, conspiracy theories and historical events and kind of twist them a little bit and weave the zombies lore into it. So, like, there was supposed to be, like, a German moon base from World War II. Like, the Germans were supposed to have a moon base. And in COD Zombies, that actually existed. Like, that was a real thing that happened. And when the Americans landed on the moon in the 60s, you know, we found the moon base in this universe. And then we built the teleporter to it. And, like, it's... And there's also, you know, the Wunderwaffe program from Germany in World War II, which is an actual, like, thing. That's the Wonder Weapon. This Wunderwaffe translates directly to Wonder Weapon. And that's where, like, all the COD Zombies Wonder Weapons they come from. There's especially one literally just called the Wunderwaffe, which is a lightning gun that shoots chain lightning. There's like the Tunguska event in Russia, which was actually in the COD Zombies universe. Meteor of an element called Element 115, which, you know, is what caused a lot of the zombies. Pieces of the meteor were used to create all of these basically magical things in the COD Zombies lore. And, like, I love it when they take history and twist it. And especially with the stuff like I was talking about earlier with Stalingrad, and having, you know, giant robots and dragons there in one universe in COD Zombies. It's like, what the heck were they smoking? But at the same time, this is amazing. I love it so much. And with the Chaos storyline, it was just... it wasn't as interesting to me. And also... I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe not. Maybe not. And also the four main playable characters of this Chaos storyline just weren't as endearing or immediately interesting as the Ether storyline characters. Because, like, there was one character from the Chaos storyline that I actually liked. Like, he had a genuine, unique kind of personality, and he was a suave, debonair, like, Mexican spy kind of type. Spanish spy. Ooh, I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. And he was always like, my name is Diego. No, I have conducted many missions, and it was so debonair and very unique, because, I mean, he was absolutely a bit of a scumbag, but he was endearing with it. And the other three characters were a brute force Frenchman. There was a high off his nut Englishman. And then the fourth main character was an American woman who was, I mean, don't like saying this term, but, like, there is really no other way to describe Scarlet other than basically daddy issues the character. It's like, that was her main character trait. She was, like, they describe her as, like, this, you know, genius engineering mastermind that can do all this stuff and create all these different things, but you don't really see that in the game or in her quotes. Like, it is just, oh, my father's letter, and, you know, I don't even like saying it. I don't like saying it. But that's all they characterized her as, and I feel like it was wasted. He's like, come on, Scar, forget what he said on this line of the letter. Forget what this is. Forget, you know, where were his friends, you know, the night he kidnapped, all this. I'm like, why weren't these people I'm with, you know, there when he was kidnapped and he was supposed to be their friends? And it's like, it wasn't interesting enough for me. But, like, Diego was awesome. And, like, there was I often compare Scarlet Rhodes, the main female lead of the Chaos story, to the main female lead of a crew from Black Ops 2 called Victus. And her name was Abigail Misty Briarton. Misty was awesome. I loved Misty. Because she didn't take anything. Like, she didn't take flack from anyone. Like, her quotes, you know, describe, like, you can tell that she's, like, you know, she's a bit of a tomboy. Like, one of her famous quotes is, I was a 12-time knife fighting champion. I ain't afraid of nothing. I'm like, that is... Having a character like Misty is so much more interesting than Scarlet. And I just could never really connect Scarlet to having a good character. And, you know, it's funny because it's really the inverse. Like, where Scarlet is the weakest character of her crew, Misty, I think, is probably the strongest character of hers. Like, on a strictly character level. Like, character and writing. Because Misty is this... No. I'm not going to take it. You either, you know, conform to my, you know, leadership, or you're out. Like, at one point, like, there's a cutscene for the map Buried. Like, introduction cutscene to it. She basically says to the three guys in the party, she's like, you know, I'm gonna take the lead. We're gonna do what I say, and you're gonna listen to me. And we're gonna do this. And then her line is like, because doing something, anything, is better than doing nothing. And I'm like, I love you, Misty. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, it's the Rifty 9. But yeah, it's... Like, and, like, that kind of leadership was severely lacking in the Chaos storyline. Because, like, they all felt like Flanderizations. Like, the term Flanderization from The Simpsons, where, like, a character is reduced to one trait and that's all they are. Shaw, the Englishman I was talking about, all he was just, oh, look at me, I'm completely high, I'm, you know, oh, I'm seeing rainbow chimpanzees, oh, look at you, you're so fun. Like, that's basically what 97% of his quotes were. But he was supposed to be, like, this historian, this, you know, super knowledgeable on, like, the occult and alchemy and all this. And it doesn't really get across that. Like, his characterization in his quotes is different from his characterization in his lore. And there's a disconnect. Like, and the brute force Frenchman, I don't know anything about him, honestly. Like, other than he was just, like, street brawler. Like, I don't know anything about him. I've never actually read his backstory and his lore. But, you know, he is just, you know, big muscle man, like, Frenchman. This is, not good. I'm a Frenchman? No. But then you have, like, Diego, who in his lore, he is like he's a spy. Like, he is this super undercover spy. And in the gameplay, you can tell. You can tell that's who he is. Because they get his characterization perfect. And his voice is actually... voice actor is fairly famous, but I don't remember his name right off. But yeah, you can tell he's debonair, he's suave, but he's also, you know, got a killer side, you know, going with the assassin and the spy. And some of his quotes are like, you know, I have overthrown several countries, I have overthrown several governments just with my, you know, my own tactic, my own brain, and my own, like, personality. And you can tell he is a bit of a cad. And, like, his characterization is the best of the four. And that is probably why he is my favorite of those characters. But, like, none of them even really come close to what we've gotten with Primus and Ultimus. Like, Richtofen, Nikolai, Takeo, and Dempsey. From the Ether storyline. Because, like, you know, they all four started off in 2008 in World at War as just really bad stereotypes. Like, the insane German scientist stereotype, the meathead, you know, American Marine stereotype with Dempsey, the honorable Japanese samurai with Takeo, and, you know, a drunk Russian with Nikolai. But even back then, they had so much personality. You could set them apart from their stereotypes they were trying to be. Like, even back then, you could tell, you know, who they were, what they were like. Sounds like Overwatch. Maybe. I don't know enough about Overwatch to say one way or another. But, like, they used to... like, when they started, they were just that. And that version of them, because this is a multiverse, those versions of them came to be known as Ultimus, or, like, the first. First crew was Ultimus. And then later on, in Black Ops 2 in 2012, actually 2013 at this point, there came a separate version called Primus, which, you know, expanded on their characterization, expanded on who and what they were. You know, Dempsey, the meathead American, still was a meathead. Still was, you know, just a complete, I don't know, stereotypical angry Marine. But, you know, he was more level-headed as opposed to just angry. And even Steve Bloom, his voice actor, described the new Dempsey as, using 20% more brain cells instead of just screaming. And it's like, Dempsey got his character arc, and then Nikolai, where his ultimate self, his original self, was like, "Hey friend, let us drink and have fun, huh? Remember, I had like 8 wives and I killed them all." Primus Nikolai became really sad, and, you know, it was revealed that he wears, you know, "Oh look, I have multiple wives," as like a mask because his one real wife died in a bombing, a blitzkrieg. And it's like, you know, he hides behind it. He hides his trauma and his pain behind this alcohol, you know, drunkenness, and he drinks to forget the pain of losing her. And I'm like, that is heartbreaking. Like, that is so sad. And then Takeo, you know, he had his his faith and his honor in the Japanese emperor shattered. Because he realized that he wasn't really, you know, valued by the emperor himself. Like, to the point of he witnessed, albeit another version of him, but himself being imprisoned just because, you know, he knew something, he knew too much, and was investigating something. Like, the emperor allowed it. The emperor ordered him to be imprisoned and basically experimented on by a Japanese research division that was partnered up with a German research division in World War II. That same research division that created all the zombies, using the meteor from Tunguska. And it's like, each of them has a character arc. And even Richthofen, the insane German scientist, my favorite character in the entire series. So, of course, I'm going to fanboy about him the most. He started off as, you know, insane German scientist that, you know, doesn't care for anyone but himself. And in Ultimus, he was power hungry. He was out to seek control of all the zombies via a device on the moon. Hence why there was a moon base. That thing is wild. But, German scientist? Of course, yeah! Insane German scientist, too! Don't forget the insane part. But yeah, he was seeking control of all the undead. There was a device on the moon called the Moon Pyramid device, really creative. And then when he became, like, and he eventually did get his way. He did eventually get control over everything. But that's a whole other rabbit hole in story time that... I mean, I will go into it one day, but I don't know if I want to go into it. But, he gets his control, and he basically destroys the world. Like, he destroys Earth. Like, he even straight up says, "Now the Earth is my plaything." But not before we continue the game. Like, he was just nuts in the original timeline. And then when it became Premise, he was a bit more grounded. He was still a little bit psychotic, a little bit psychopathic. But you can tell he actually had a bit of a heart this time around. And... oh no. Even in this map, one of the perks, or one of the quotes that you get upon pack-a-punching, like I did, is, "When I died, I felt nothing. When Dempsey died, I felt something. When Takeo died, I knew I had to save them." I'm like, that's crazy, you know? This guy that we have really only ever seen as psycho and completely nuts is finally, you know, revealing his human side? Oh, now that he's allowed to have a human side in the writing, and not just characterized as a villain. And in Black Ops 4, you actually get to see both versions of the characters interact with one another. So, like, you see the stereotypes interact with the... It really is! It really is! You get to see the stereotypes interact with the actual, like, proper characters. And each of them know, like, the more sane characters know the other characters' faults, and they know all their traumas. And they're trying to help them work through it in the end. But at the end of the Black Ops 4 storyline, it is actually really sad because it is revealed that the only way for, you know, them to save the world, which is their entire goal with it, is for every single character to die. And so it's like, you know, you have to get past your traumas, you have to get past all of this, only to have to die. And it is really depressing and so sad. And it's really even capped off by, you know, the main guy, the Russian kind of, the Russian guy Nikolai takes center stage in Black Ops Black Ops 4 Ether storyline. He gets the control. Good. I will continue that. But yeah, he gets control, and you know, he reads this chronicle of all time and space that, you know, reveals all the secrets of the universe. Basically like the Necronomicon equivalent, called the Chronorium, a chronicle of time, Chronos. And he reads it, and he realizes that to save everyone, every character has to die. And so he kind of goes along and masks it as, hey, you know, come with me and we'll all save our world and we'll all return to our normal lives. And, you know, you're watching this cutscene and it's like, my friends old and new. You know, remember your lives, remember your home before all of this. Remember your families. Remember who you used to be. Because you're going to return to them. Don't worry, you're going to return to them and it's going to be fine. And it's like a toast to our old lives, to becoming, you know, normal again. Going back to a state of normalcy. And it is later revealed that the wine or whatever they were toasting was poisoned and that every character is dead. And then, you know, it ends with the big Russian guy asking a little girl named Samantha, who's my favorite non-playable character. Richtofen is my favorite playable character, but Samantha is my favorite character, hands down. Because her storyline is just... it is super depressing. It is so sad. Nikolai asks Samantha to kill him. Like, he straight up gives her a gun and tells her to shoot him. And Samantha tells another kid that's with them, the child's version of Richtofen, named Eddie. She tells him, look away, Eddie, and then shoots Nikolai. And, like, it is hard to watch. You know, after loving these characters for so long, seeing them all die. And then seeing a girl who has been through enough trauma for 15 lifetimes. Like, a girl that has been through enough trauma for 15 lifetimes having to do one last unspeakable act. And it is depressing. It's so sad. And, you know, this girl, Samantha, the reason she's my favorite, and the reason that I love her story, is that every single ounce, every single moment of her entire life in the lore of the game, the lore of the series, has just been tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. Like, she was a little girl growing up in Germany in World War II. Her father was a German scientist in World War II. And he was doing unspeakable experiments. At one point, her father takes her dog that he got for her to be her friend. A German Shepherd named Fluffy. That she named Fluffy. And he takes this dog and uses it to test out a teleporter. Like a teleporter that he and Richtofen had been working on. And the dog dies and is zombified. And turns out that Fluffy was with a litter of puppies, and that's how, you know, after she was zombified, she became a hellhound. And so this little girl had to witness her pet dog become a zombie dog. And then Richtofen stages a big coup against her father, named Max. And it all culminates with Maxis, well, Samantha, running into the Moon Pyramid device after it had been opened, and Richtofen was supposed to obtain control over the undead and have an undead army of his own, and basically ascend to godhood. But Samantha, upon being teleported to the moon, along with her father, runs into the open pyramid and is completely confused and terrified about what's going on. And I'm dead. But, as soon as she does, she gets control over all the zombies and all magic, I guess. And, you know, the rest of the moon base is searching for her father to coax her out. The only one that can get her out of this machine is her father. Like, Samantha opens the machine. And she does. And she's looking down at her father. And, you know, he looks up at her. He's on his knees or something. He looks up at her and he's like, kill them. Kill them all. Talking about all his former friends and all these scientists that were working against him, siding with Richthofen. And he is then shot right before her eyes. And she closes up the machine and she does it. She goes out and kills every single one of them. And she sends her undead army that she now has to kill everyone. And eventually, we get to the moon on this map. I'm talking about this. I probably won't be on for much longer, but I want to, you know, continue this. They load up. Our crew eventually gets to the moon, and they open the machine. They force it open. She is still in cryostasis from like the 40s, and now it's like 2025 when this map actually takes place. With 80 years in the future, she is still a child. She has not aged. And she is still, like, it is all fresh in her mind. Even still.
Oh, this must be the place where they make all the apple pies.
It is all fresh in her mind, and eventually, Richthofen gets his way and manages to swap his soul, his consciousness with her. So now she is stuck in his body, and he has his consciousness inside of hers. As weird as that sounds, and bad as that sounds, it's not as bad as that. Not a weird, kind of creepy thing. But she is then, you know, eventually basically erased from existence in, like, after a set of other tragic events. Like, she is completely erased from existence. Her soul is ripped out of Richthofen's body and sent to basically another dimension. It's basically like a paradise dimension created by another character. It's a whole other rabbit hole. And, like, it is all completely against her will. This is... And even the guy that created the supposed utopian paradise for her, and even, like, other, like, the kid versions. We have depression. I know, it's so sad. It is really sad, and I can't, like, do it justice. I can't do the storyline justice. Just trying to remember it on the fly, because like I said, this stuff is confusing. There are so many plot points. So many universes and so many characters and different versions of characters to keep straight, that all have different personalities, different goals and ambitions. And it really is hard sometimes to make sense of it. Even for someone that really loves it. But anywho, Samantha, you know, she is in this place called the house. And eventually, like, the souls of Richthofen, Takeo, Nikolai, and Dempsey all end up in the house to become, like, to live out their childhood free from, you know, every evil, is what Dr. Monty had said. It's the entire idea of the house, is that, you know, the kid versions of these characters get to actually be happy. They get to live a good life. But come to find out, it's all a sham, because, you know, the good guy is actually a race of the evil tentacled beings called the Apopicons. And this utopia is basically just there to get rid of the characters, Nikolai, Richthofen, Takeo, and Dempsey, because they're really the only ones that can stand a threat to him. And as soon as Dr. Monty learns that Primus is going against him, he basically turns evil. Kills Maxis again, because Maxis was brought back to life after his brain was sent into the house. Doesn't really make sense, but with it. Maxis, her father, was brought back to life, and again, basically eaten alive in front of her by this giant tentacle monster thing. So she's witnessed her father die twice now. And, you know, she immediately gains her powers back that she had as essentially a goddess inside of the MPD. And, she and Eddie, the child version of Richtofen, end up in a place called Nuketown, where Primus and Ultimus both are. And she lets her power loose, and she destroys the entire place, leaving it an absolute, like, mess. And she even says to Eddie, "We are going back to the house to kill him and end it, burn it all to the ground. Agartha, Ether, everything." Like, she has completely lost it in anger. Completely justified, too, in my opinion. And then, you know, they go along, and after this, that's when the party starts, and Nikolai poisons everyone and then asks her to shoot him. To kill him. Ending the Ether storyline. But Samantha and Eddie still exist. They exist in this new universe, free of Apothicons, free of evil, and the Apothicons and the Keepers. And everything that was, you know, part of the Ether storyline is banished to a place called the Dark Ether. Way below creation, way below reality, to a point where really it can never escape. And so Samantha and Eddie end up in a brand new universe without a lot of that stuff, without most of it. And they live out their normal childhood. Samantha gets put into an orphanage in Germany, like right before the Cold War starts. But she sides with the West. She sides with the Western side of Germany. Because, I mean, she's already seen enough evil and enough, you know, distress and pain. So she actually wants to do good. So she joins up and she becomes basically a CIA informant for the West, but to help free the East of Germany from the Soviet rule. But at some point, Eddie becomes like a leader in the CIA, a group called Requiem. And Samantha and a character named Weaver, Gregory Weaver, accidentally burned down a house that has Eddie's wife and child in it. Eddie being Richtofen. So Samantha is responsible for the death of Richtofen's child in this brand new universe. And so, of course, Richtofen being Richtofen, he holds a extreme grudge. Again, probably rightfully so, even if it was an accident, he did cause the death of his kid in front of him. And so eventually, you know, in this new timeline, Samantha is caught by the Soviets, caught by a group called Omega, which is directly against Requiem in studying, you know, ether tech, stuff from the Dark Ether, and using it as potential weapons in the Cold War. That's the entire plot of Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Careful. Sucking. But yeah, that's the entire plot is, you know, they're trying to fight this group called Omega, which is trying to use... Both sides are trying to use ether-based weapons to eradicate each other. Ooh. Sorry, I'm concentrate here so I don't die. Both sides are trying to use ether-based weapons to destroy one another and create, like, zombie outbreaks potentially in both sides, like, in Russia or in the US. And Maxis Samantha steps in to, like, fight, you know, fight the Cold War and fight, you know, she already knows a little bit of, you know, what this stuff can do because of her memories, you know, in the original timeline with everything. Just lore stuff. But, yeah, she still kind of remembers some of this. Like, some of the stuff from this timeline. And at one point, she is found out by Omega and trapped within the Dark Ether. Bad idea on their part, because she immediately regains her goddess powers. And now as an adult woman, she has full control over them, and it isn't just, you know, random outbursts of her being angry as a child. Where that causes just everything to explode. And so now we have a Samantha being powered up, and now Eddie, has to deal with her all over again, you know, having these ether powers. And it all culminates in a map called Forsaken, which I just did the other night. Today, I think it was Thursday. And in that, there is like this big, giant, dark ether demon monster guy called the Forsaken, trying to enter the world free of Apophicons and everything. And it all culminates with Samantha basically sacrificing herself to seal away this giant evil. And it's like, what the heck? And then it is finally revealed that the director of Requiem is Richtofen. So all of this was his plan, again, to get rid of her. And all revenge for her accidentally, you know, killing his son and wife. And it is kind of let on that the higher-ups of Requiem don't really trust the director, Richtofen. Like, as the game progressed, like, there's starting to be dissent and distrust. And then at the end, after everything is said and done and the world is quote-unquote saved, Richtofen has all the higher-ups of Requiem that actually know what happened, you know, could potentially be a threat to him. He has them imprisoned.
Oh my!
Where they can't cause any problem for him. And that's where Black Ops 6 is basically going to pick up, is, you know, the Requiem team getting freed from prison by a guy named Dr. Peck, who is a jerk. Don't like him. He hurt Samantha. Deserves to be dead. Deserves to have his eye taken, which happened to him. He deserves all the misfortune because he hurt Sam. Which is ironic, because Richtofen is my favorite character, and he's directly responsible for much more. But Richtofen is... he's hard to hate, but he's really easy to like. Even knowing what he's done, even knowing his story, it's like, I can't bring myself to really hate him because he is so charismatic. But, like, I will never excuse, you know, his actions in the storyline. I don't idolize him. But, like, and apparently at one point in this whole thing, there's a stupid thing with, like, Samantha's DNA was taken, along with another character called Ravenov from Cold War. Both of their DNAs were taken, and they were forced. A group made a child from both of their DNAs. So there's a child of Ravenov and Samantha out there somewhere. And that's kind of where Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is, because it's set so far in the future, away from Cold War. It's like 60 years, 30, 70 years? Like the 2030s or something? As opposed to like the 60s, 80s rather. I don't fully get it, because again, I didn't play that game. I haven't kept up with the lore from it. Yeah, take drink. Why that didn't play? But yeah, some somehow there was a child born from Samantha and Ravenov. And I'm like, what the heck?
I am in need of bullets.
And like, she's going to be a potential like big thing. And at the end of Modern Warfare 3, she was dragged through a mirror, potentially back in time to the map Liberty Falls. Which the whole inciting incident of Liberty Falls that we know of from the intro cutscene that's been released as a trailer for it is that Samantha is breaking free of containment. You know, she was imprisoned in the Dark Ether along with the Forsaken after she basically killed the thing, almost killed the thing. She sacrificed herself to seal it away. And Richtofen basically straight up says, Samantha, you're never getting free of this.
No time to argue.
And Samantha responds with a really hard line of, oh, Edward, I already am. And so, like, I am super excited. Because they are the only link. Eddie and Sam are the only link to the original storyline left. They are really the only ones that could potentially understand it. Samantha more because, I mean, she has her powers back. She's able to straight up create portals for them to save our team in Requiem a few different times. A couple of different times. And it is so good. Just to see it all. Hang on. I'm just a minute. I'm gonna show off one more cutscene, and then I'm gonna probably call it there for the night. Because I've done pretty much everything I wanted. That. Black Ops 4. There is one cutscene that kind of shows off what Samantha was able to do with her prime, in her prime of her powers. I kind of want to play that since I've been talking about it. And maybe even... Let's see if I've got this. I love this game. This is Black Ops 4. Zombies. Classic. Eve's Alpha Omega? What I'm looking for? I'm not actually going to play it, so don't worry. I won't lay out the intro cutscene to it. Because I'm pretty sure this goes pretty hard, if this is what I'm thinking it is. Excuse me.
A little learning is
That's loud.
a dangerous thing. Drink deep, or taste not the Pierian spring. So goes the poem.
This is Samantha at her prime.
Understand its meaning. I have drunk so
Leaving
deeply
an elder god
that
in
my
half.
every fiber aches with the pain of what has been. And the pain of what has yet to come. I fear it may drive me insane. Worlds. Wars. Souls. All asunder by the journeys our madness has wrought. It is only now that I understand the path of bloodshed and sacrifice that lays ahead. And how such knowledge must have gnawed and clawed at the German's mind. I pity him. From this day on, it is my burden to bear. I know what must be done, and who must do it. May they all have mercy on my soul.
Like, even the speech from Nikolai in that cutscene is just amazing to me, because it is so far removed from what everybody thinks of when they think of COD. This is why I consider COD Zombies its own series. It is so much more than what it is kind of made out to be in online. It's just COD again. It's just
Hey,
this and this.
where is everyone?
Him right now. I hope this works right. I don't actually just test it. No, this is gonna be the last thing, and then I'm gonna go. Oh, right. Still messed up. Yay, stuff. It wouldn't be mine if a little bit of stuff. Oh. On the fly, not really planning anything, huh? But that's okay. We like it. Wow, I haven't this scene ever. I don't even sub-box that later. But yeah, this is the trailer they just released like a couple weeks ago for Liberty Falls. Again, I still can't say that name. Gravity from Disney. It's so pretty. Richthofen.
I'll get your sweater from the car.
For God's sakes!
Liberty Falls, West Virginia.
Warning. Dimensional breach in progress.
Sublevel 10, report.
Something's wrong with Sam. Dimensional breaches are occurring across the facility.
That's the
Secure your
Wunderwaffe.
stuff. I'll handle Sam myself. Blanchard, secure the command post. Call in response teams. Get Liberty Falls locked down. Copy?
Copy.
Richthofen, dead.
This goes so hard. for me. I love
I swear to you, son, you'll never be free!
But Edward, I already am.
I love that so much. That is terrifying, and it just makes me excited knowing everything I know about this series and knowing all these characters, their backstories, their lore, everything. Ah, I just realized that this is kind of like a glimpse into the old layout they used to use, because I haven't touched this particular scene in, so I get to see the old scuffed layout. Oh no. But that is where I'm gonna call it. That is the reason that I'm so excited, so incredibly excited for the next game for Black Ops 6. Because it looks like it's going to be good. They're going back to completely original zombie stuff, which, complaint from mine from Cold War, it was all reused from the campaign. And I wasn't a huge fan of that. And they're actually giving zombies a budget again, to actually be fun and do the crazy stuff that they're known for. They're really finally getting into character growth and character development. I cannot wait. It only is a month away. I'm so excited. But, yeah. Don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow, honestly. Going back into, me, current, present. I'll probably be doing something, maybe either Skyrim or Xenoblade, honestly. I think we're getting to a point in Xenoblade that's really fun. I'm really excited for it. Also ready to take a gut punch from it. But yeah, it'll either be one of those two. But enough of me prattling on. And honestly, thank you guys for coming out and listening to me ramble and be hyper fixated on on zombies lore of all things. I do appreciate it. I love it. Love being able to do that. But that is where I have to call it. So, I've been the Zombie Prince, dear old Ambrose, and I bid you all adieu.